I'm Sumayya Vally. I'm the founder and director of Counterspace Studio based in Johannesburg, and I designed this year's Serpentine Pavilion. Being the youngest architect to be commissioned for the Serpentine Pavilion really fills me with a lot of hope. It's a wonderful gesture from the Serpentine to commission someone from my background, as young as I am, to suggest what the future can be and can look like. Formally, the pavilion is almost like a puzzle of many different abstracted elements coming together. I became really interested in places with history significant to migration, small spaces that birthed community and that have held forms of cultural production over time. And I started to work with small architectural gestures and brought them together in the pavilion. Some of these were the first venues to play black music in London. Some of them were everyday spaces of worship. The challenge with spaces like that is that because they do function differently, they sit very much outside of our architectural lexicon and of what we traditionally understand to be important architectures and important spaces of gathering and community. And so what happens is that when those spaces are under threat from development and gentrification, they're not protected. Something that is really important for me and that this pavilion is working to bring to light is really that we need to be able to understand these spaces differently, and that our architectures have to be able to engage with them and to allow them to evolve. The pavilion feels as though it's been carved. So the exterior has dark cork elements that are cut into and formed in different colors. And on the interior, the columns and the furniture elements are made of timber that's been treated with a cementitious mix. I was really interested in this idea of reuse and reclaim. Most of the structural steel is repurposed from the contractor's previous projects, and the cork reclaimed from the wine industry. The pavilion is conceived in 5 parts. There is the structure at Kensington Gardens, and then there are smaller structures dispersed across London. I hope that people take the time to visit the pavilion in all of its 5 parts and to engage with the programming that will happen across the summer. My hope is also that the architectural community will read and understand some of the spaces that have brought the pavilion into being, and that those spaces sit at the forefront of our conversations about architecture going forward.